John McCabe. Welcome to the show. Hey, welcome to the John A. McCabe Show, where it's all about accelerating your authority in your business or field of expertise. And we do that by helping entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, experts, speakers get seen, get heard, get noticed on any device, anywhere, anytime, in as little as 15 hours worth of effort. Also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now on today's show, Hot Seat Coaching Thursday, I'm going to share with you the 5 programs that I use just about every day that run my business. Now when it comes to running any business, whether it be online or offline, you'll need to use many of these, if not all of these solutions. Now, whether you use these exact solutions or you pick something else similar is completely up to you. But chances are, if you're running a business, you have some of these systems in your business right now. The more systems that you're actively using and using effectively, the better your connection with your prospects and clients. Not only that, but there's a really good chance that you're generating more revenue as a result. Now, it doesn't matter if your business is online or offline. You're going to need to have some sort of web presence. Now, there are so many different services available right now that enable you to put up a website on your own just by dragging, dropping, pointing, and clicking. Now, you can also go out and hire people to build a website for as little as $500. And there's companies out there that will do custom design sites for $5,000 or $10,000 or more. Now, I remember my first website back in 2004. I invested about $8,000 back then to have my website built. And my next 2 websites after that each cost me $5,000 to get created. Now today I'm going to share with you a solution that I use to come up with great looking sites that cost me a fraction of what I actually invested for my own sites way back then. Now, but a great looking site alone means nothing if the message on your site isn't congruent with your ideal target market and make them want to stay, read more, and eventually take some kind of action on your site. That action may be opting in for something for free or buying your product or service. But knowing what to say and how to say it is not that easy. Now, that's really the art of copywriting. It takes lots of time and study in order to be very good at copywriting and understand how to structure it. Now, today I'm going to share with you a solution that I've stumbled across and I use to give me a kickstart when I'm having writer's block. I've studied some copywriting, but I still will sit in front of a blank page and not know what to say or how to say it. So using this solution enables me to have some great ideas, and actually it'll write a lot of the copy for me. Now, if your business includes selling of information courses, or you have things that you need in a secured members area where you can keep all of your material, then you're definitely going to need to have a members area set up. Now, there's so many solutions out there, but there's one that is universally recognized and has a great deal of the market share when it comes to membership sites. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more and how I use the membership site in my business. Also, selling things online have become so much easier these days, and they've really eliminated the need to do a lot of website coding like back in the old days when I started online 10 to 12 years ago. We're calling that the old days. Back then, to sell anything online, even using PayPal, was really such a chore. Today, there are programs and systems in place where you can quickly and easily build landing pages or sales pages and take people through a process called a sales funnel, where you can offer complimentary products and services on an upsell process or a downsell process. You can seamlessly integrate your payment processor, membership areas, and your autoresponder, which just so happens to be the next program that I use on a daily basis. Now, having an autoresponder is key to any business. Capturing emails and being able to automate or automatically set up emails that are sent out and delivered, tagging people as to what actions they're actually taking or not taking, move them from one campaign to another based on actions that they take, is very important to staying connected with your audience and delivering on things that they're interested in and not on things that they don't really care about. Now, capturing, connecting, making offers, and being able to track what your prospects and clients are doing is an important function of your customer relationship management program. So when I return, I'm going to discuss the 5 programs that I'm using to take care of these parts of my business for me. So don't go away, stick around. I'll be right back in just a few seconds. Hey everybody, and welcome back, and thanks for tuning in today. I've got a great show lined up for you on this Hot Seat Coaching Thursday segment of the John A. McCabe Show, and it's going to be a little bit different show than normal. What I'm actually going to do is talk about the five programs that I actually use on almost on a daily basis that help run my business. And as you heard in the intro, they'll range from websites to autoresponders to sales capturing systems, autoresponder CRM, and I can't remember exactly what I'm going to talk about today. I have it written down here. So so we're going to talk about 5 different things. I'm actually going to bring them up on screen. And what I'm going to do is just talk about each one specifically. Some of the competition that each one of these has in the marketplace. A lot of these I've actually tried the competition. I've gone various routes. And what I'm going to just discuss with you is just why I chose this particular program over some of the other programs, why I like it better than some of the others, how I use it in my business, things like that. So that's what we have in store for today on Hot Seat Coaching Thursday. Is just going to share with you the 5 different reasons or 5 different programs that I use in my business almost on a daily basis. Because when it comes to running any business, whether it be online or offline, you should use some, if not all of these solutions. Now, whether you use these exact solutions or you pick something else is similar, that it's completely up to you. But chances are, if you're running a business and you probably have some of these systems right now, maybe not the exact ones, but you have some of these systems in your business right now. And the more systems you have that are actively and effectively working for you, the better your connection with your prospects and clients, and it's going to increase your income at the same time. So the first program that I use is a website platform. Now there's so many systems out there right now that you use to build websites. So I happen to actually like WordPress. Again, it's my preference. I've actually paid people. My very first website, I paid a designer back in 2004, I think $8,000. On 2 other occasions, I paid computer people, $5,000 a pop to create my website. And my second and third website, really, they were just websites without, I would say probably without really understanding my core target market. The messaging really wasn't there, but they gave me what I was looking for, more or less what I was looking for when it came to a visual website. The functionality of it, from a marketing perspective, it's definitely not something that I would use today. By any means. The first one was actually probably one of the best websites I ever created. It was when I was in the nutritional consulting and personal training business. And I actually had it created, the company that created it, the CEO or one of the founders was Jeffrey Lant, who's a very successful and very well-known copywriter. So before they actually created my website, him and I had a conversation for 30 to 45 minutes talking about my ideal target market and their pains, fears, frustrations. It was sort of my first foray into really marketing, back then, because a lot of the questions he was asking me, I really didn't know the answers to. So when it came to the marketing aspect, but when I think back about how he actually created that site and the copy that he wrote on that site, a lot of the copy was what I told him, who I was trying to attract, and what they were trying to achieve or their desired outcome, which now, 12 years later, it makes a lot of sense, from all of the everything I've learned in the marketing realm. So right now I'm using WordPress. There's things out there. It really depends on your level, how comfortable you are with the techie stuff. There's sites out there like Wix, WIX, that you can do it yourself. A lot of this stuff is really drag and drop. What I'm going to do is just bring up a couple of examples and just quickly go through them. I'm just going to switch screens here, and I'm just going to bring it up, and hopefully I won't lose my sound here. And I think you can still hear me. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just going to walk through some of these and just also address some of the questions. So here you can see this is my show's webpage. unfortunately, one of the things about being and having a bunch of clients is your stuff is generally the last on the list of getting done. But I built this in WordPress, and I don't believe I'm using any specific theme. Oh, yes, I am. What I really like is a company called Elegant Themes, elegantthemes.com, and they have basically a builder that you can use, which it enables you to create your own design, your own website design. So every website basically will look different. So this is a pretty standard, just a blog one. It has the blog posts, some of the plugins that we use, because I noticed Joey mentioned, was asking about plugins. Some of the plugins that I use will include the social engagement plugin, so you can see that we're using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. But this one is just a basic for the show page, just to contact me. The site actually isn't 100% done yet. But that just gives you an idea of, and here's a list of all the blogs, just a typical WordPress. This one here is also a WordPress site by Redstone Revolution. For this one, I used a company called Optimize Press. I believe it was $97, and it's a theme, so it gave me the ability to create my own website again. Joey talked about plugins. The power of WordPress is there's thousands and thousands, and probably tens of thousands of plugins that you can integrate seamlessly with WordPress. That's the whole reason behind this platform, is stuff integrates seamlessly with WordPress that enables you to do just about everything. You can see I have this pop-up window here. This is it's just something that people can connect with me if they want to make a phone call or book a meeting. That's a plugin called vCita. And these are sharing plugins as well, or just more connection plugins. And this one here was, I built this website on WordPress using the Optimize Press theme. So Optimize Press is quite a powerful theme as well. Just quickly go to this, another one of my websites. All of these are built on WordPress. I have to pick a city. And the power of WordPress enables you, there's probably tens of thousands of different themes out there. A theme would be sort of the overall look of the website. With this one here, I have some more plugins. This plugin here is for ads. So I have ads running, and they take you to other parts of my website. They're all internal ads, but you could be running ads for other people. Again, the pop-up. And I integrated YouTube, and we have some property stuff here. So just to give you an idea of the power of WordPress. Now there's other, you can get custom, have people create custom websites for you. Like I said, I've paid thousands and thousands of dollars for custom websites. And the power of these is there's a lot of plugins, and it enables you to do basically everything. One plugin that I use on a regular basis is the Forms plugin. So especially on this one, it enables, the computer's kind of slow, but I have a form here that people fill in. So when they fill this form in, I have it integrated with my autoresponder, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So the person's name and email information goes into my autoresponder so I can follow up with them. And it also sends all of the form information in a nice, beautiful email to me, sending me all the details of what this person wanted. So this is another plugin or a widget. Can't remember exactly what it is, if it's a plugin or a widget, but either way, it's just something that you can seamlessly put into your WordPress to get you the desired results that you're looking for. And this WordPress, I think, was a specific theme that I either got for free or I paid $20 or $30 for. I can't really remember. There's been so many of them. So when it comes to when it comes to an email platform, I'm using WordPress. I think it's probably one of the more standard ones out there. There's so many people using it now. You have, like I said, there's tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of different themes out there. You're able to integrate in members area into it as well. Remember I talked about I used Optimized Press, and with Optimized Press I actually have created a members area within this website that ties right into, that uses WordPress. So I'm going to get into talking about members areas a little bit later on, but with WordPress you have the ability and to plug in an actual members area. It also has great search engine optimization capabilities. So using your search engine optimization or optimizing for search engines is very easy. There's even plugins that you can use that help you with your WordPress site. Definitely you can set it up for e-commerce. Just recently, I don't set up a lot of websites for my clients. I try to avoid website creation. But I'll do it for some close friends or some clients. But e-commerce, you can very seamlessly integrate your e-commerce, your Stripe, your PayPal, any shopping cart system like WooCommerce, things like that can very easily get integrated into your WordPress platform. You can be using, as I showed you, forums or just different social engagements. So that's a little bit about the first item that I use on a regular basis is a email platform. And I'm just going to touch on a couple of comments that are in here. And Andy wants to know, what program or product do you use to keep your hair so silky in appearance? Andy, that is actually called Dove hair gel, I think. Dove for Men hair gel. So definitely a relevant show question. Thanks for asking. Wendy wants to automated way to communicate with her clients. We're going to touch on that a little bit later on. You'll notice on all of my websites that we have the ability for people to opt in to get things for free. So this is integrated with an autoresponder or a CRM, a customer relationship management system. So all websites definitely need to have some sort of opt-in, a way to capture people's information. And nowadays you should also be using, you can't see it, it's hidden in behind the code, but Facebook pixels as well as Google pixels that allows you to track people that come to your website, track what pages they go to. And with the CRM that I'm using right now, it actually has a pixel on the CRM that I can put in there. So if anybody that's actually opted into anything on my website, I can actually track through my CRM. I can track and see them in real time, what page they're on right now, what they're doing. So that's why I'm really liking this new CRM that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. So hopefully that answers Wendy's question. Wendy and Joey's helping me answer questions. Good job, Joey. Any specific plugins you're using, John? It really depends on the site and the purpose of the site. I'm using that form plugin on just about every site. I'm using this Visita one on just about every site. Enables people to schedule phone calls, email me, things like that. Do Skype meetings. I'm using that on just about every site. Optimized Press, whether I'm using a different theme or not. Most of my sites I install Optimized Press, not as a theme, but as a plugin. So I have the capability of doing members areas and things like that without actually installing. I can use a different theme. So those are some of the plugins I use on a regular basis. And Joey, just type in if you have any plugins that you use on a regular basis, just type them in. I can't think of off the top of my head, because typically I just have I know what I want to get done, and my outsourcers, I have full-time outsourcers. I just tell them what I need to do, and then they find the plugins for me typically, and then I just make sure that the functionality works as I wanted it to. So that's a little bit about the first item. Is the first program that I use on a regular basis is the WordPress platform for building websites. Now the second thing I'm going to talk about is the program is an autoresponder. Now, when I first started, it was autoresponder. Now I'm transitioning into a customer relationship management tool. Way back when I first started in real estate, so that would be 2009, I invested a fair bit of money into Infusionsoft. So getting Infusionsoft and paying that monthly fee, and I paid somebody, I can't even remember, $2,500 to set it up. And I went in there, I just could not make heads or tails. And I claim to be somewhat techie and somewhat tech literate. I just could not figure Infusionsoft out for the life of me. And it was just shortly after that I was introduced to one of my coaches and mentors, Mike Koenigs. And at that time, Mike had a system, it was called Monster Follow-Up, which transitioned into Instant Customer. And when I saw his system, and his system was not really a customer relationship management tool, but more of a marketing system for capturing, connecting, and engaging with clients, and being able to build a list and automatically send emails and text messages and things like that. So I ended up going with Instant Customer. I got rid of Infusionsoft, went with Instant Customer, and like that, it served its purpose for a long time. But the biggest challenge I had is I was kept building lists, and there was no tagging system. There was no, the ability that I only wanted to send to certain segments of my list and things like that. So it wasn't, it was great for capturing information and for following up automatically. But for a relationship management tool, it really isn't that great. But I've still been using it, MailChimp as well, because MailChimp has so many, up to a few years ago, MailChimp was integrated, it seemed like integrated with everything. So I would create a MailChimp account just to capture some leads and then have those automatically emailed to my Instant Customer account. And then came Zapier. Now Zapier enables you to integrate seamlessly with just about anything. So now I didn't really need to have the, I was starting to use MailChimp just because I knew I was going to phase out of Instant Customer. I just haven't got around to actually doing it yet because I have so many phone numbers tied to the account. I was just informed as to how I can get rid of the phone numbers or port the phone numbers over to a different system and get rid of Instant Customer. So I'm in the process of doing all that, but I have MailChimp accounts set up as well. But what I came across, and I have to give all the credit to my good friend John North from Australia, who put me in touch with this or brought this to my attention. It's called Agile CRM, and there's a link in the chat. And this is very, very powerful. It's very much like Infusionsoft, but when John gave me a 5-minute tour of this, I instantly got it. I understood how it worked, and it's like, yeah, I can do this one. Like I said, I'm somewhat tech literate, and what I really liked about it was the pricing, because it is, as you can see, there's a free module. You can have up to, I think, 1,000 contacts. It will do autoresponder for you. When I go into it, you'll see the tagging system. You have that capability. The starter model, is up to 5,000 emails, I believe, and it's only $8.99. The regular $29.99, and the enterprise is $47.99. I believe those are based on buying a 2-year program. So even at the 1 year, or even if you're just doing it monthly, the enterprise model monthly is $79.99. Now compare that to Infusionsoft, which is a couple $100. And for what it does, I was sold on it. So right now I'm just setting it up. I'm on the free one, but I'm just about to move over to the regular one. And I'm just going to go in here quickly. So I started to upload some contacts. You can see, and I can sort them by tags if I want. So I've created a bunch of tags in here. So where the list came from, various campaigns. I haven't really set much up yet. Like I said, I'm just getting it rolling, and I'm just starting. So John is working with me. As soon as I'm ready to set some campaigns up, then John's actually going to work with me. But what I really like is, let me find it here, is you can whiteboard out. So it has, of course, where am I going to find it? Is it in the campaigns maybe? Okay, here it is. So I can visually see what I'm trying to create. So if I want to send out an email campaign to somebody, so I'm going to start it here. I'm going to send out the email, and if a person opens that email, it's either a yes they opened it or no they didn't. So if they opened it, I'm going to assign a score to it because I want to track, all the progress that these people are making, and give them a score. And if I have a link in there, did they click on the link, yes or no? If they clicked on it, I assign a score. So I haven't finished setting this up yet, but if there's no values here, then what do I want to happen next? So if they don't open it, then after a certain amount of time, so I tell it how long I want to give these people to open it. If they don't open it, then maybe I want to send them a different email or put them in a different campaign. So visually, I can see what I want to do, and this just makes so much sense to me. And like I said, uploading the people and assigning tags to these people, I really haven't got 100% into this, but like I said, this is what I'm transitioning to. This is what I'm moving towards. Thanks to John for hooking me up with this. And you have the ability to integrate it with your social. So you can actually go into all of your LinkedIn contacts, and you can actually get all the emails from your LinkedIn contacts. And it also integrates with Twitter. So I found it extremely powerful. And for me, it's seems to be quite easy to look at, or quite easy to do. So Joey, so I'm just going to look at some of the comments in here. Joey says Yoast he uses for a plugin, Studio Press, and Genesis platform. I'm definitely going to look into both of those. Russell Tober joined us. Welcome, Russell. And Andy said, I hated Infusionsoft back in 2009. So hard to use. Support was crappy. I've heard great things about it in the past few years, though. I've heard the same thing, Andy. I've heard it got easier to use. And I definitely know that they've done quite a bit of marketing when it comes to the support that they give and things like that. But back in 2009 when I had it, I just could not figure that out. So I just stayed away from it. Andy says Agile looks great, but the thought of switching from CRM Entreport makes me nauseous. How do you deal with the move away from CRM quickly and easily, become a 5-time bestseller, make $5 million in 37 days? Well, Andy, if you're looking to transition into Agile, you need to connect with John North, how to do it quickly and easily and make $5 million. Actually, John North was on the show, so check back at one of the previous episodes when John North was on. And John actually created he has an automatic system created where he uses a ClickFunnels, which I'm going to talk about shortly. He uses Agile, and he uses LinkedIn. And it's a completely automated system that takes people from LinkedIn, connects with them, drives them to his ClickFunnels, gets them in ClickFunnels, which Agile tracks everything. And the only people that drop out the bottom of the funnel are the people that actually are ready to take action and buy into his publishing system. So that completely automated system that he set up using Agile, ClickFunnels, and LinkedIn is make that one system is making him over $500,000 a year. And all he does is just talk to the people that actually fall at the bottom. It's a completely automated. John is a master at automation. So if you haven't watched that, go back to the episode where I talked with John North, and watch that. And John's contact information will be in there. John's the one that's setting me up with Agile and helping me go through this stuff. Hey, Jason P. Jordan finally joined us from Italy. Welcome, Jason. Joey says Infusionsoft has majorly changed. I believe that. I've heard nothing but good things lately about Infusionsoft. I'm sure it's much easier to use. I'm kind of liking the price point of Agile right now. So you know what? I'll definitely I'm going to transition into Agile, and then we'll see what happens from there. But let's see what else we have. It has so I'm assuming you mean Infusionsoft has visual campaigns now, Joey. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I'll demo one of the upcoming shows for you. Okay, so Joey's going to talk about Infusionsoft, and I'm probably going to bring John North back just to go through Agile as well. And Jason P. Jordan says he's using John's software. I think he's referring to the John North, referring to the LinkedIn software, where he has is building his LinkedIn database and automatically connecting them and driving them to one of his websites or one of his funnels, where they automatically get into his system and basically plop out the other end. So yeah, Jason says Agile plus ClickFunnels is amazing. So that is the second program I'm using is Autoresponder. Now there's so many autoresponders out there, and there's so many CRMs out there for customer relationship management tool. Autoresponders, you've got MailChimp, you've got Aweber, you've got Infusionsoft's a CRM, Agile's a CRM, it's TP&I Engage now. That's a autoresponder. There's just the Salesforce is a CRM. There's just so many out there. So you could be using, chances are you're using something. I'm just going through the ones that I'm actually using right now. So if you don't have at least an autoresponder, you definitely need to talk to somebody that works with individuals that helps them set this stuff up. Getting an autoresponder connected to your website so that when you have the ability when people opt in, that you can capture the lead and then follow up with them through a series of emails. Autoresponder or CRM is definitely, I feel, is definitely necessary for any website. If you have a business, you need a website. If you have a website, you need an autoresponder or CRM. You just should not be running a business without those things right at the moment. So that's a little bit about autoresponders, and I think I'll just leave it at that. So I'm just going to switch back to my computer screen. You see here, and then we're going to talk about the next item on the agenda is that I use regularly is a membership area. So if you recall, when I was talking about I used the wrong mouse. When I was talking about the websites, this one in particular, this one is with Optimized Press. So I started with an Optimized Press members area. So that members area is specifically for this website. So I set it up specifically for this website. So it's basically one product or one service that or information regarding this one system that I had in the members area. And it was very cost effective. Like I said, I think it's $97 a month or $197, not a month, $97 a year or $197 a year for Optimized Press. And that's going to get you, a pretty decent members area. It's served its purpose. It's great for people just getting started out. If you have one product or one service and you need a secure area for keeping some information for your one product or service, it's definitely something that you should be looking at when it comes to members area. Like I said, it's very inexpensive, $97 or $197 for the year for having the Optimized Press license. I have nothing but pretty good things to say about it. I never had an issue with Optimized Press, but right now I'm using, let's see, which tab is it? Wrong. Go back here. Right now I'm using Kajabi. Because I have numerous products or services that I'm selling. So I have them actually all on one site. And this one here is specifically for my real estate investing. Now, what I liked about what Kajabi did is I can actually have, you notice that my subdomain is I offer solutions here. So let me highlight that. I offer solutions. www.mykajabi.com. So I actually have the ability to have unlimited amount of subdomains. So this is specifically for my real estate investing stuff. You can see I have a free download. I have a website marketing system, the Rent Own Revolution course. I have contracts and agreements and tools. I have a presentation training program for presenting to homeowners, another marketing system for pre-foreclosure, rent own analysis spreadsheets, online coaching, another marketing system, a swipe files, and another training and video series. So you can see with Kajabi, I have the ability to have a multitude of products or services, and this is just in my real estate space. So for what I'm doing now, the authority acceleration, I'll have a completely different subdomain. So I'll probably have something like acceleration or authority or something along those lines up here, and it'll be a completely different look, and all of the relevant products or services that I'm going to offer for sale that are that relate to what I do in this space, being the authority acceleration coach, will be available and held in this Kajabi site. So Kajabi changed its platform just last year, and when they changed their platform, I actually got in as one of the founding members. But what I really liked about it, it enabled me to have so many different products or services for sale within one area. And I have the ability to not just have, because I'm in at least two different spaces, that I'm not confusing my audience by having authority acceleration stuff in my real estate investing area. So it just gives me the ability to have multiple areas. And it's actually pretty easy. I find it really easy to use. You can see in the products, let's just go into one of the products here. So here's the Rent Own Revolution course. You can see I have module 1, and these are all the videos for module 1. Module 2, 3. So at any given time, you just click on the module, and you can watch the video. And if there's any downloads would be listed over here, along with that module. So it's nice looking. It's clean. It's completely. I find it just a great tool. So that's the third thing I'm using right now, is like a membership area. Jordan says he wants to plug and play real estate money making machine. Well, I'm building that right now, Jason, through ClickFunnels. I'm going to talk about that through ClickFunnels, but that's one of the things I'm setting up, just like John is set up for his book publishing. On the real estate side, I'm looking to do the exact same thing, driving people, from the LinkedIn account to a specific ClickFunnels page, getting them in, and then upselling them on some of the other products and services. So it's definitely in the works. Joey says he loves Kajabi for all those reasons and the simplicity, so he can concentrate on creation. Yeah, exactly. I remember trying to set up a members area, I think even before Optimized Press, and I'm trying to code stuff, and I learned a lot about the internet and actually website stuff in the early days of the internet, because in order to do this kind of stuff, you actually had to learn how to code. And so I didn't take any coding classes or HTML or anything. I just learned by doing stuff and creating my own stuff. So it wasn't the best looking stuff by any means. What these guys done with Kajabi, with Optimized Press, WordPress, just makes it so easy for entrepreneurs and business owners, authors, experts, speakers to build their business without spending so much time on the tech side of it. Now, I understand that there's still people that are a little bit more tech challenged than I am, may still have a hard time grasping a lot of these programs, but there are people that they can reach out to, consultants, coaches that can help them setting this up or setting it up for you. There's a lot of done-for-you services. I offer some done-for-you services for a lot of my clients, depending on what they are. I think Joey does as well. And a lot of the consultants out there that I know in the consulting space will set up and do a lot of these done-for-you systems. Exactly, with wish list member and optimized press before. Yeah, that's exactly what I use, Joey. Wish list member and optimized press is what I used before, and then I converted to Kajabi. So it sounds like you did probably the same thing. So that's number 3. The number 3rd program that I'm using right now is optimized press. Is Kajabi. Sorry, I got too many things going on here. I need to try to. There we go. Switch back screens. I got too many computers going on. I have a laptop, I have a big screen TV, and I have another computer running at the same time. So I've just previously walked through 3 of the systems I'm using right now. 3 of the programs is WordPress, Agile CRM for my autoresponder customer relationship management tool, and Kajabi for my membership area. And the 4th thing I want to talk about right now is ClickFunnels and how I'm using ClickFunnels in my system. Now, Kajabi actually has the capability of building out a sales funnel that leads them right into that product or service. But I just like ClickFunnels a little bit better for building those sales funnels out, and it integrates so seamlessly with Kajabi and with Agile through Zapier that it's really, for me, it's really a non-issue. But I just like ClickFunnels a little bit better when it comes to building out the sales funnels. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and just going to just quickly looking in ClickFunnels. So I'm just going to go back to full screen here. And so we can get a good look. This is inside my ClickFunnels account. You can see I have a few different funnels set up. The one I'm working on right now is my Rent to Own Revolution digital course. This is in the real estate space. So these are the funnel steps. What I like is really it lays out the funnel steps from the process that the person that is coming to your site is actually going to go through. So you can see they end up on this. I have it set up so it ends up on a landing page. So I'm driving people here that are on my list. They've either opted in for my free book or coming directly from a webinar that I'm hosting talking about the course. So this is where they would go to actually land from that information. They would land on this sales page to help reinforce what I'm talking about and trying to get them to purchase. So from the sales page, once they click on the button, they would end up going to the order form where they would put in their information. Now I'll go through each one of these a little bit more in detail. And then I have an upsell. So if they buy, it's going to take them to a one-click upsell. So after they purchase the course, I have something great for them that I think they would be interested in. So if all they have to do is just, if they want it, they just click on the button yes. If they don't want it, then they just click on the button no, and then it'll take them to the order confirmation and to the thank you page. So I'm just going to quickly move in. You can see ClickFunnels gives you a lot of stats, a lot of information. So I'm just going to quickly go in and just show you how easy ClickFunnels is to set up and create. So I'm just going to go into edit this page. And how many people out there that are watching right now are using ClickFunnels? Just let me know. I think ClickFunnels is a great tool. So you see when they come here, my target market are real estate investors and actually homeowners. So make up to $60,000 more. And there's a video that plays. And if I just click on the actual part of it, you can see that I'm just bringing in a YouTube video, and there's the YouTube URL. And if I wanted to add another element, I can just click on the plus, another column, you know, how do I want my column? One block, 2 block, 3 block. Then I would pick what I would want. And the beautiful part about ClickFunnels, what I like is these buttons will automatically, when they click on this button, it automatically takes them to the next page automatically. There's no programming that you need to do. It just automatically takes them to the next page, which I find awesome. You know, and it comes with some great graphics, so it enables you to create nice bullets like these little check marks, guarantees, and also timers. So with this one, it's a sale, so there's a timer, a countdown timer that I have associated with it, obviously for urgency purposes. Again, another call to action, PS, testimonials. You can see it's just so easy to add pieces to build this, and it comes with so many different templates already. So a lot of this is I just pick a template and then I just start adding pieces to the template. It really is point, click, drag, drop, easy. I just can't say enough great things about Kajabi. ClickFunnels, too many programs going on, but it really is just that. I just find it just so easy. Just drag, drop, click. And then we just go to the order form. I just want to go in here just for a second because I want to touch on, quickly touch on the product. So just going to quickly open the edit page. I'm not going to spend too much more time, but I just want to show you how nice and easy it is. So this is the order form. It's already pre-set up for me. And I have it integrated with the Stripe processor. So I have a Stripe account. It automatically integrates with this, and I'm going to show you that right now. You know, there's nothing I needed to program. This was basically all I did was just put in my logo, and it was done. This page was done. But what I did need to do is I needed to set up the product and the price of the product. So if we go here to products, you can quickly see that I have the product. It's $397. You can see that I have Stripe integration. You could use Infusionsoft, Ontraport, Stripe, Braintree, and with Zapier, you have the ability to use more. The price is $416.85. It's Canadian, and what the price that actually gets shown on the page is $397 plus GST. It's a one-time payment, and there's what is going to appear on the person's credit card. And here, the membership is where I link it into the, you see I have it linked to Kajabi, and it's the Rent Own Revolution course. So when somebody buys this, it automatically sends them, integrates with the Kajabi members area. So it sets them up as a member in Kajabi automatically. So it's so, you know, it's so nice using with these integration tools and Zapier. It just makes doing a lot of this stuff so seamless. Because like I said, I go back 10 to 12 years and I tried to do some of this stuff, and you're trying to code things and you have to hire programmers to do all this stuff, but now it's just so simple and easy to do. And they really made it for people that are really not that techy, which is great. So order form. And just the last thing I'm going to talk about is the upsell. This page is not completed yet. I'm still working on it, but I'm just going to show you a pretty cool feature here as well. So on the upsell, I'm selling the one thing. Basically, they get members access, 1 year access to all of the courses in my Kajabi members area. So you notice that there's two buttons. Well, one button is going to be a pay now for the entire year. The other button is going to be a monthly pay option. So you have the ability on the one-click upsell to have two different payment methods, either a full pay, so you give them a discount, or they pay by the month. And setting that up again is just so easy. Right now, Andy asks, which ClickFunnels plan do you recommend? Right now, Andy, I'm just using the $97 plan, but very soon I'll be upgrading to the 297, especially in working in conjunction with what John North is doing and his automated system, tying together his LinkedIn marketing system with the Agile and ClickFunnels. I believe I need to have the 297 option for that. I can't remember the exact reason. I'll follow up with John and find the exact reason as to why I needed the 297. If Jason Jordan's on, he might know exactly why. But you can see in the products, I have two different products set up. I have the buy now for $1,000 for the entire year, or 12 payments of the $97 plus GST. So it's what I love about the ClickFunnels. It's the one-click upsell, and I might add a downsell. So if they say no to the upsell, there might be a downsell there where I have the ability to sell them on something else of lower price point. So ClickFunnels is the fourth program that I'm using right now, and I find it a great program. I'm using it for everything I sell online right now. I'm using ClickFunnels. So quickly, I have one more program to talk about, and then I'm going to sign off for the day. And no, it doesn't matter what you're doing or what you're using out of all those four systems, for the websites, for the lead capture pages, for emails, creating webinars, videos. It doesn't matter. The goal is generally to connect with your audience, and in most cases, move them to take action. Now, copywriting is a learned art. And like most things, in order to get good at it, you must study and practice it on a regular basis. Now, it's also what will really help you build a deeper connection with your prospects and hopefully get them to buy your products or services. So many times I've just sat in front of a blank page and not even known where to start when it comes to writing copy for what it is I'm trying to say. So this next find really helps me with not only getting the copy started, but actually does a great job at creating the majority of it for me. What I do is take the structure, much of what it creates, and then I edit it, tweak it to come back with my own version. But it's great. It cuts down my time by 75% of what it used to be. And I kind of understand copy, so it just makes it easier for me. So for someone who really doesn't know anything about copy, this is probably a pretty amazing tool, and you can really catapult your business. And it's something called funnel scripts. So just let me pull up the web page here quickly. Let's go back and let me see, funnel scripts. So I put in the link to funnel scripts as well. And I'm just going to go inside now. And here, there's a variety of different scripts that it will create for you. This is in conjunction with ClickFunnels. So the ClickFunnels creator is Russell Brunson. So it's a Brunson bullet scripts, call to action scripts. This is stuff for sales copy and video. Magic bullet, if you want to do curiosity ads copy, Facebook newsfeed ad scripts, pay-per-click ads, stealth close scripts. Maybe you want to create a free report scripts, emails. You have a automatic email follow-up series, feast teaser, tweet scripts, promoting your webinar follow-ups. You need some email, some titles, some subject lines, killer headline scripts, short headline scripts, profitable title scripts, some sales letters, some video sales letters as well. I find this is a great tool. I mean, all you basically you fill in the blanks of what it asks you. It gives you some examples, and then once you're done, you hit submit, and we'll actually create the copy for you. So I did one, and just let me see if I can find it here. Okay, so I did a small sales letter one, working with one of my private clients, Wendy, right now. So this was to help me come up with some ideas for her website. So I'm needing to write copy for a website. So I went to the, just let me show you exactly which one I went to. I think it's this one. Yeah. So I went to the short sales letter script. I filled in all these blanks. And, whoops. I hit the submit, and this is what I received. So this is basically says I have to edit this, but it gives me a good place to start, which is key for me, is just give me an idea. You know, I understand the desired outcomes. I understand the benefits a person receives. I have a good idea what she's selling, but I just need something to get me started, so I'm not sitting in front of a blank page. So, and of course I have to go through this. I have to edit it myself, and because a lot of times it's just, you know, I don't type it. It doesn't put my answers in exactly the way it reads. So obviously there's some editing that takes place. So attention, suffering from pain. So basically she's focusing on people who are in chronic pain. So people who are suffering from pain, that obviously needs to be changed. So the headline is how to eliminate pain and start living again. So the video, if you're going to do a video sales letter, so if we're going to put a video on the web page, it would go there. So yes, I'm ready to be pain-free, be more active, and start living life on my terms is what it should read. So you can see that it actually created some copy for me. So I can actually take this copy now and start piecing it together, editing it, piecing it together, and start building out our website copy based on some of this information. So it just gives me a place to start, and I can then massage the copy. It's a great, I find it a great tool, and I understand copywriting. You know, I'm not proficient in copywriting, but I understand copywriting to a certain degree. But it just enables me to have something visually to get started with, and then I can take it and I can model it, I can tweak it, it really just cuts down my copywriting time probably by about 75%. So for somebody that really doesn't know copywriting at all, this is a great tool. You might want to look at investing in this tool for if you're going to be doing emails, or you want to do videos that you really impact your audience, that speak to your ideal target market, and getting them to move to take action. Something like this could definitely be beneficial for you. So again, it was called, I put the link in the chat. It's Funnel Scripts. I put the link in the chat section, so you definitely want to check that out. Just click on the link, as well as ClickFunnels. I think the ClickFunnels link was a 14-day free trial, so you can give ClickFunnels a try for 14 days to decide if it's something that you want to invest in or not. So I'm just going to quickly come back to my shot here. So yeah, so that's Funnel Scripts. So that's the fifth item that I use on a regular basis within my business. So what I've done is I've just shared with you 5 programs I use on a regular basis to run my business. As I mentioned, I'm not saying that they're the best. I'm not saying they will work for you and your business. I'm not doing, all I'm doing is sharing what I'm working with right now, what's working for me, what I'm putting my time and energy behind in order to run my business. So there's a lot of complementary products or services out there in the marketplace. I just wanted to share with you what it is that I'm actually using. So just to recap, I'm using WordPress. I use it to build my web presence and optimize for search engine optimization, and really to have a landing place, a place for my clients to come and I can connect with them. The second thing is an autoresponder CRM. As I mentioned, I've tried many in the past. What I'm doing now is I'm moving all of my contacts, all of my information to Agile. I'm setting up that process that I want my prospects to go through. So I'm visually mapping that out, which is a really nice feature to Agile. For members area, I've used both OptimizePress and Kajabi. Since I'm creating a lot of courses in the same field, or multiple courses under one brand, I'm moving all my stuff to Kajabi to make it easier. Also, I can run multiple brands under one account, so I can have different websites for the different accounts that I have under that one account, different websites. So all of my real estate stuff is in one site, and then all of my business marketing or my authority acceleration stuff is in a completely separate site, so they don't get mixed up. And even if I wanted to, I could even build out funnels that lead right to the course. Now, number 4 thing that I use is for sales page is lead funnels. For sales page and lead funnels is ClickFunnels. It may be like I said, it's kind of a duplication of, Kajabi has a funnel process, but I just find ClickFunnels is so much better for me, for what I'm doing. Like I said, it may be a duplication of what Kajabi has, but I know I can operate my members area and sales without ClickFunnels, but I find ClickFunnels is very user friendly, and it just works for me. It integrates everything so seamlessly. So I'm keeping it, and I'm actually building it up and looking at getting into the next version, the higher version, the $297 a month version, I think it is. And the 5th and final one is funnel scripts. By far one of my best investments yet. Being able to get people to take action is really the key to sales. So this makes it easy to create copy for any situation, and within a few, with just a few tweaks, I can really turn it into copy for an entire business needs. So it's definitely a must in my opinion. So there you have it. Those are the 5 systems that I use to run my business daily. I've posted all the links to each one of those product pages in the comments section, so you can feel free to check it out. So just before I sign off, just a quick look here. Looks like I've answered all the questions. So so that's it for today's show, but just stick around for just a minute, and I'm just going to close out with some final remarks. So thanks for joining me today. Hope to see you again tomorrow for another great show, another great John A. McCabe episode, and look forward to seeing you then. But like I said, just stick around for my closing remarks. Now, thanks for joining me on today's John A. McCabe Show, where we work with entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, experts, and speakers get seen, get heard, get noticed anywhere, anytime, on any device. Now, also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now, if you're someone who's looking to take your business to the next level and want to get some coaching advice, why not apply to be a guest on today's show? Now, for most entrepreneurs, we want to create a life of our own, create our own path, and do what we can to reach our own desired outcome, which is generally freedom. Freedom to choose what we want to do, when we want to do it, and with whom we want to do it. A life that's full of options and choices, where we worry less about money and more about the quality of time that we spend with others. Now, a great way to make that happen is to leverage other people's knowledge, time, and skill sets. Step 1 to reaching our freedom life is to realize that you can't do it alone. Working with a coach or being involved in masterminds is a great way for entrepreneurs to move their business forward. Now, a coach can help you shorten the time frame to get you from where you are to where you want to be, while being part of a mastermind is meant to bring entrepreneurs together, all with the goal of helping each other move forward with their business. Now, the second step to creating the life you envision for yourself as an entrepreneur is to implement systems into your business so you can streamline your operations, leverage systems, and free up your time to focus on your family, having fun, and the highest leverage activities in your business. The activities that get you the biggest return on your time invested, the ones that truly make you money. Now, sometimes we just don't know what systems we need, how to implement those systems, or even have the time to find out what is needed. Now, working with a coach or consultant that understands, uses, and specializes in systems that can streamline your operations can help save you time, aggravation, and make you a lot more money. Now, for example, having a system or strategy that allows you to leverage just 15 hours of your time into enough repurposed content to get you seen, get you heard, get you noticed anywhere, anytime, on any device is a great example of leverage. Now, just imagine a system where you invest just 15 hours of your time, and the end result is you're a #1 best-selling author. You have enough content that's going to get you seen, get you heard, get you noticed anywhere, anytime, on any device. You have a successful podcast. Now, it's automatically attracting more attention, giving more value, and generating more leads, which enables you to attract an abundance of paying customers. Now, this is also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now, to find out more about the Authority Acceleration Blueprint, coaching program, or mastermind, then contact me via my website at johnamccabe.com or connect with me through my show's Facebook page. Now, again, thank you for joining us on today's show, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show when I have another great guest on discussing their business and accelerating their authority. So have yourself an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.